It's Julius Stukes Jr., everybody. Got Julius. And I am here with super writer, director. I think I want to say a producer. He was the AD on my project. I can't believe I got him. Uh, who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Well, I was born with the name Bobby Ashley, and so that's who I am, Bobby Ashley.
How are you today?
I'm doing well. Let me correct myself. I wasn't born with the name Bobby Ashley. I was actually born Bobby Pritchard, and then later on, like Ashley came into the picture. So that's when Bobby Ashley was born. So yes, that's a little trivia for everyone out there. Like, it was Bobby Ashley actually born with the last name Ashley. So that's your answer.
So, Bobby Ashley, how do you define Bobby Ashley?
I define Bobby Ashley as a warrior who has so much more to say in this that part.
How did you come up with that definition?
I just came up with that right now because but not only I just came up with that right now, I think because I know who I am in this entirety, I'm able to quickly deliver that definition of who I am. And it took years for me to get into this space. And it feels good on this side of town. It does. I really had to sit back and unpack so much that I was subconsciously avoiding until I got in therapy and the avoidance went out the window. It was just head on what's happening here, which led to me know who I am. And so I'm a warrior who has so much more to say in this world. So much more. Yeah.
So, I have some questions for you, and I feel like
Yes.
people really need to know who you are. People need
Hmm.
to know your talent, and people need to know to just gravitate you. So, I want to give.
Yes.
That's the reason why I'm doing all of these interviews because
Hmm.
there are people in the world that I know that people
Hmm.
should know.
Yeah.
And you went viral for one of your
Hmm.
projects.
Yes.
Which project was that? Excuse me, which projects were those?
um, Single Man Problems Volume 1 went viral on TikTok back in 2023, and it's still going viral to this day. I was tagging the video the other day, and it feels good to know that something that was written out of pain became, a social media sensation. So it feels good to sit back and watch my words be recreated by so many people. It's a great feeling.
Okay, so I mentioned movies, series,
Hmm. Hmm.
more than one went viral. So
Hmm.
another one is
Another one is the one that started it all, in which it turns 10 years old this year, the Av. The Av, my baby.
Love the Av. I love the Av. And
My
yo,
baby.
that
Which two
scene.
clips actually went viral on TikTok. One got 2.3 million, another one got 2.1 million. The infamous Stacey scene at the dinner table. What she said, Cash is the baby's name, no abortion, and then it goes down. So,
I saw that when I saw that. I forgot you put me on like long time ago. When I saw that, I
mhm.
said, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to pay attention to what he got." So, with that being said, looking back, how do you want your films to be remembered? In the culture, how do you want it
Mhm.
to? What's like, what's the narrative you want around what you do, around your projects 5,
Mhm.
10, 15, 20 years from now?
In the midst of chaos, there is joy, because that's the true human experience. So I want everyone to walk away from every single project of mine knowing that there's joy in the midst of all the craziness that's happening around us. So even my characters, what they're going through, they find the joy. They find those joyous moments that years from now people can sit back and relate to. So, for example, single man problems. Ronnie, he's black, he's queer, he's awkward, he's trying to figure things out. So many people can relate to just those elements of who he is. So I create characters, mask them with their blackness, their queerness. What they're going through is so relatable, it's so universal, and it really touched on these joyous moments in our life that we tend to ignore because of the chaos. But when we sit back and really re-examine everything, you be like, wow, okay, I had to go through that in order to reach this side of town. So I know that's a lot, but I just want to bundle, but wrap it up in the cute bow, and that's what it is, people. So 20 years from now, when someone watches Single Man Problems, or even 10 years later, in which people are still watching Av, that is what they're being entertained, but just finding the joy. I just want people to find the joy because similar to all the sitcoms that we grew up on, like Moesha, That's a Raven, The Parkers, 101, Girlfriends, the whole UPN lineup, the whole WB lineup, Sister Sister, Disney Channel with Disney Channel was Disney Channel, and it had dope original movies, Friday nights, that part.
Mhm.
You know, those were such joyous moments of my childhood and my adolescence that I want my work to do the same for the next generation coming up behind me. So yeah.
That was good. I like that one. Media training. How
Better stop.
how did your collaboration as a director and a writer shape
Mhm,
the your pro, how did it shape the project's outcome? Like all of your outcome. Like, you have your director mind and then you
mhm.
have your writer mind.
Writer. Mhm,
Putting those two
well,
together with all of the
mhm,
projects you've made,
mhm.
like what was the process for the ending?
Giving each character the room to vomit up every internal feeling that they were battling, and knowing their goals, knowing where the journey, the emotional journey, and the goals, and knowing what they want. Because eventually in life, we all have a goal that we're trying to achieve, and
Mm-hmm.
goals aren't given to us so easily. They aren't. So, with that being said, that's how I'm able to grab the director's hat, grab the writer's hat, put them both on my head and really speak to the characters because it's the characters that drives character drives story, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Character drives story. So
Yeah.
what does my character want? How do they want it? What is the emotional journey that they're going to go on? What is the conflict that's going to challenge them internally to vomit up how they feel so they can grow as a human being? So that all of that right there.
Speaking of challenging, what's the most challenging thing or feeling or thought or action? What's the most challenging thing to put out stories of shame, put out stories of embarrassment, put out short stories of unwanted realities? How do you do that? What's your secret? What makes you say this can work?
That's a great question. Well, for me, what works is knowing what my audience want, what their wants, knowing that because again, you have to listen to your consumer. Like we as creators, we have to remember this is a business. Okay, this is a business. So know what they want, but at the same time, make sure I'm serving the story.
Hmm.
So because if I'm just simply listening to outsiders, I'm being a disservice to my characters. I'm being a disservice to their world, their worlds. I'm being a disservice to everything that we talk about in the writers' room. So it's really the balance between my audience, what they want, and what the characters want, and so we can meet halfway. Because sometimes I don't give the audience what they want. Okay, there's so many things that they wanted in volume one of Single Man Problems. I ain't give it to them because guess what? Is what the character is what they want is what they want and what they needed and what they needed at the time of me creating the story. So yeah, it's just simply finding the balance between those two worlds and make sure they don't collide in a way that I'm being a
Mm.
disservice to both hands at the same time, both sides at the same time. Excuse me. So,
So, what you're a filmmaker, of course.
mhm.
You've been viral on Tubi. You've been viral on TikTok. You've been viral like everywhere. You
Instagram, Twitter,
literally everywhere,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Um, and I want to say, I would assume you would call yourself an indie filmmaker, correct?
Absolutely, yes.
Question: where do you see the indie filmmaking route or route going for you, or and for the indie industry worldwide?
Well, I feel like I'm gonna answer the second question first. I feel like for the industry worldwide is mostly a lot of DIY, do it yourself, on streaming platforms like Tubi, like Plex, like YouTube movies and TV for free with ads. AVOD is the winning circle right now as far as uh, vi- um, video subscription. This
Mm-hmm.
the consuming uh, for the consumer, excuse me. And because let's keep it real, we are tired of paying these monthly subscription fees, and people are like, okay, enough is enough. So folks are pivoting towards watching their content for free with ads.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing for the filmmaker because they're like, okay, I'm getting 50-50 on the back end of this ad play. And the more um, my IP becomes popular, the more this the back end is going to look lovely. How I know this, I see other numbers from other filmmakers. And I'd be like, yo, you doing the damn thing. Again, knowing your audience, your niche audience. For myself, I see independent filmmaking continuously growing to the point where I have um, um, a very strong catalog that will allow me to continue to generate, hopefully, uh, generational wealth, growth, etc., opening more doors for not only myself but for my cast and my crew and ushering in more talent and eventually work on my way up to working in the studio level, project. Yes, we all want our shows to be picked up. You get what I mean? But I don't have Netflix number, I don't have Hulu's number, I don't have these executives numbers yet. So in the meantime, I'm going to continue to build my audience. My thing is this, I'm in the season of what can I control and what can God control? Okay, that's his control, this is my control. And I can't interfere with his control because his control is his control, my control is my control. So
Mm.
what can I control right now? Oh, I can control, continue to feed my audience, continue to grow my fan base. We had a viral moment for a reason. Ding, ding, ding. Let's continue to do that. Building blocks. Hello, the goal is to have a studio, and that's the goal. So that's where I see myself as an indie filmmaker, eventually working my way into the studio level, but at the same time maintaining ownership of my IP because I could be like, hey, listen, I'm coming to the table, I'm bringing the audience with me. So we're gonna go 50-50 on this, or I'm out. I can go to my studio, shoot episode, blah blah, put them out there, call it a day. What are we doing? So that's the power that eventually Bobby Ashley is going to obtain and use it for greatness, not just foolishness.
Mm.
So yeah,
I like
those are my
that.
two.
I like that. I like that. I like it a lot. Do you have any last words? You can shout yourself out, tell people where to find you, who you are, with your projects. Like this is the time
Yes,
now where people must know why they
yes,
should stalk you.
exactly. Well, don't stalk me crazy, everyone. But you can find me on all social media: Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook, and my handle is at I am Bobby Ashley. BOWBYASHLEY. Please watch the app. Season 1 and 2. It turns 10 years old today. I mean, not today, sorry, this year. Um, so give it a watch. Single Man Problems Volume 1 is currently on Amazon Prime, YouTube, Movie and Rent, and Google Play. It will be returning to Tubi and other AVOD platforms soon. But if you can't wait, give it a watch on Prime. We in more countries as well. And last but certainly not least, Single Man Problems Volume 2 is in the making. Will it be released this year? Possibly. Am I shooting it this year? Possibly. Can I say anything else? No. So with that being said, I'm gonna end it right there. You know I had to stop it.
This is
Well, you know I
this
had to do. I had to do it. I had to do it.
best day ever, best night ever.
Amazing. It is Friday, people. And we had one hell of a week. Everyone run to the bar. It's okay. We had a week. And we have 4 more years.
For real.
So if anyone turned to alcoholic, it's totally understandable. Totally understandable. But just
Well,
get help.
Bobby Ashley, Julius Stukes Jr. got Julius.